Oh, well, hello and welcome, time travelers, and welcome, new time travelers. As always, if you're new to this channel and enjoy learning about history, one historical event at a time, then don't forget to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. Without further ado, let's get into it. Today we're going to start in 1472 when painter Friar Bartolomeo, a prominent exponent of the High Renaissance style in the early 16th century Florence, whose works included God the Father of S.S. Catherine of Siena and Mary Magdalene, that was released in 1509, was born. In 1854, brought us France and England declared war on Russia, joining forces with the Ottoman Turks in the Crimson War. In 1890, American bandleader Paul Whiteman, called the King of Jazz for popularizing a musical style that helped to introduce jazz to mainstream audiences during the 1920s and 30s, was born. In 1920, American motion picture actors Mary Pickford and Douglas Fairbanks were wed. Built as the Byzantine about 657 BCE, then remained Constantinople in the 4th century CE after Constantine the Great made the city his capital. The Turkish city of Istanbul officially received its permanent name on this day in 1930. 5 years later, in 1935, the Nazi documentary Triumph des Wildes, translated into Triumph of the Will, was released in Germany. The propaganda film, which was directed by Leni Riefenstahl, centers on the party's 1934 Congress in Nuremberg. The following year, in 1936, Peruvian author Mario Vargas Llosa, who won the Nobel Prize for Literature for his novel of the Revolution and Struggle, was born in Acapulco, Peru. Our next stop will be in 1937, when Pope Pius XI made his first public appearance since he became ill in December, as is cheered by 2,500,000 people in St. Peter's Cathedral and Square. In 1939, Francisco, leader of the nationalist force during the Spanish Civil War, captured the capital city of Madrid en route to his overthrow of the Democratic Spanish Republic. On this day in 1969, Dwight D. Eisenhower, the nation's 34th president, died of congenital heart failure at Walter Reed Army Hospital in Washington, D.C. He was 78. Now, in another episode, I'm going to do like the history of each of the presidents. So keep an eye out for that video. Now, 10 years later, in 1974, at 4 a.m., an automatic valve that was mistakenly closed at 3 Mile Island nuclear power plant near Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, accumulated in radioactive leakage. Now, I was talking to my brother the other day. Well, not the other day, the other week. About possibly going and doing an adventure at 3 Mile Island. And he said that it's not worth going there because we would not be able to fully go onto the property because of it being fenced off. Which is kind of a shame. Anyway, on this day in 1985, Belarusian-born French painter, printmaker, and designer Marc Chagall, whose works were among the first expression of psychic reality in modern art, passed away at the age of 97. And finally, in 2004, English filmmaker, writer, and humanitarian Sir Peter Ustinov, whose versatile career spanned more than 60 years, during which he excelled in numerous areas of art while gaining renown, especially by means of literature and one-man show, as a witty rocketeer, passed away at the age of 82. And with that, we return to 2024 and our current history. Until next time.